Hey, happy Friday, everybody. It's Nick with P&H Lawn Care, and I've got a topic. This hit me last night after a long day of work. I was sitting out on the patio, and it just came to me. Let's talk about a subject that nobody likes discussing, and that's fear. I'm not talking about what you're afraid of. I'm definitely afraid of snakes. Hate snakes. I'd rather see a bear while I'm out mowing than a snake, but that's not the type of fear I'm talking about. And y'all hear this a lot on social media. I'm talking about the fear of starting your own lawn care business. Now, I want to address this in two different sections. The first is being just leaving your full-time job and starting your full-time, this is my main source of income, solo lawn care operation. I started in 2019, so I guess this is my sixth season as my only source of income. I've been doing this since 2005, so that's 25 years of experience as a side hustle. So, but there's a lot of things to fear whenever you're going to leave the security of your job to do something full time that you've never done full time. Let's talk. Number one is insurance. That's the question I get asked most is, what do you do about insurance? And I'm talking about health and life insurance. That's the primary question I get. What do you do about health insurance, life insurance? Another question is, what about my 401k, my investments and stuff like that? Another one is, what about the security that I know I'm getting a paycheck each week? Friday, it's directly deposited into my account. I don't have to worry about it. Well, I'll address that right now. A lot of it is how much stock you put in yourself. Are you willing to get up every morning whenever you don't have to and go out and hustle and get the yards done and do the extra work and that sort of thing? So, no, you're not automatically getting a paycheck unless you get up and do it. Another thing, injuries. What happens if I get hurt and can't work? What do I do then? What if it's a dry season and the grass doesn't grow much? I can go on and on and on about the things to fear whenever leaving the security of a full-time job and starting a solo lawn care business. I'm not talking about multiple employees and all that. I'm talking about venturing out on your own, because you got to crawl before you can walk, and usually you start out as a solo and then grow. So, but I could talk for hours about the adversities that you face whenever you make that leap from the job security into a solo lawn care business. Let me know what you guys think, because there's tons of things we could talk about on that. But I said it's going to be two-part. The first part was that, starting your own solo lawn care business and the fears that go along with that. And these are questions that if you're married, your wife is going to ask. You're going to be concerned about it. If you have children, am I going to be able to provide for them? There's, like I said, a ton that we could talk about on that. I'm going to hop out and mow some yards, and I want to talk about part two. And part two is the fear that I'm going through right now, because I'm sure many of you guys, I know a lot of y'all that follow me, have a crew or multiple crews, and I want to talk about making the leap from solo into actually having employees. So let's get some work done. Let's continue this conversation in a minute. All right, is it just me or is Mother Nature bipolar as all get out? It is so hot today. Are y'all experiencing the heat, or are you experiencing those crazy storms that's going on out in the Midwest and West Tennessee and stuff? But anyway, so Nick, why do you want to grow? In order to keep this video short, because I know the shorter the videos, the more likely y'all will watch them all or watch all of it. I'm going to give you 3 reasons. Number 1, necessity. I'll be 50 years old in a couple months, and doing 12, 14, 15 yards a day, 5, 6 days a week takes its toll on the body. Just can't do it like you used to could. You try, but as years go on, I'm going to go from 12 to 15 a week to 10 to, it's just getting harder. So number 1 reason I'd like to grow is necessity. I want to keep the business going, but the body can't keep doing it. Number 2 is embarrassment. I think I've had 5 voicemails this morning, and that's just today, of calls coming in, potential new clients. So I hate whenever I've already got this many, I'm full for the year, y'all, and then people are still calling, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? It's embarrassing to tell them, no, I'm full, but I know that even the bigger companies have that problem, but I'd like to be able to get to them. You know what I mean? I just hate telling people no, or let me rephrase that. It's not that I hate telling people no. I hate turning down business that's good business. Bad, that's a whole nother video though. Bad business, good business, well, which are good decisions to make. But I hate whenever a yard comes up. Oh, that's a perfect yard. That would be great. But I'm full. And the 3rd reason I want to grow is ambition. I mean, just everybody wants their brand to get bigger. I'd like to see 5, 6 guys running around with a P&H Lawn Care shirt on, doing work. Whenever a car drives by and sees all these orange shirts in a yard, oh, that's P&H Lawn Care. And y'all have commented, what does one guy need with 4 string trimmers, 2 blowers, and that? I've got more than 2 blowers, but I think I have a problem. And all this equipment. But y'all, I didn't build all this just for me. And I've told y'all that several times. I put all this together kind of like, and I've used this phrase before in my videos, it's kind of like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. So I built this. It's a 4-door truck, a 7 by 16 trailer, plenty of whips, plenty of blowers, plenty of tools, plenty of mowers. So I built this in the anticipation or the expectation that the business is going to grow, which the business is growing, but that I will have employees at some point. Now, as many of y'all know, I have had helpers in the past. They come and go. I've had some good ones. I've had some ones that wanted to be good. They just weren't. But I think right now, and I'm going to get to this in the next part of this, is I'd love a full-time, part-time. Does that make sense? And I'll tell you why in just a minute, but let's go mow some more, y'all. It was hot today. I think my face and neck got tore up. But anyway, so what am I afraid of? Well, number 1, I've gotten comfortable. And what I mean by that is I can start whenever I want to start. I can quit whenever I want to quit, as long as I get my yards done. If one of my kids has a game, I can go go watch it. If something comes up, I can break away as long as my customers are happy. So that's one thing. I've kind of gotten settled in this comfortable situation of it's just me. Number two, finding somebody you can trust. Y'all probably know I carry a firearm on me and in my vehicle, so somebody you can trust with that. You know, we always have cash or checks. We always have some kind of currency on us. And I've mentioned this a lot. Who can you be comfortable in a truck with all day, working and stuff? You've got to have some kind of compatibility there as well. So that's one thing I'm afraid of. Another thing I'm afraid of is it's bad enough me and my family counting on me to be the sole income provider, but now you're bringing on other people that count on you to provide them with money and their family with money. So that's another one. Then there's the headache that you got to deal with and all you guys with crews know it, and I know it. They call in, they don't show up, they don't call. They're on their cell phones. Bad work ethic, all that stuff that goes along with it. Turnover, and I'm no stranger to employees being turned over. Believe me. There's all that. Then there's the paperwork, the HR, the workman's comp, taxes, payroll, all that stuff. It just, once you get to thinking about it, it becomes a little overwhelming. And that stuff, most people think, well, you just get in the truck and go mow yards and you got a helper. No, I try and run my business as legitimate. I'm on the up and up as much as you can be, as far as insurance and taxes and all that goes. And I'm not going to take on employees and not run my business any differently. So I'm wanting to grow, and as all the phone calls keep coming in this year, I'm really wanting to expand. And then there's those people that say, well, you're not going to make any money unless you got 4 crews. I know people with just 2 helpers or 1 helper, and they're doing just fine. I know guys with 2 crews and they're killing it. So there's all these philosophies and stuff. No, you're only going to make this much if you do this, and this is your magic number. Guys, the same recipe that works for somebody doesn't necessarily work for everybody else. I've had helpers. I know how much more profitable I am. I know how much more efficient I am. I've ran the numbers. I've did the math, all that, with just 1 helper. And like right now, I would be happy with just 1 helper. Like I was saying earlier, I think a full-time part-timer would be great, or even 1 just full-timer. But that's just a ton of stuff to consider, and that's what I'm afraid of, but got to tackle it. And I'm sure my comments will be loaded up after this one, so be sure to hit the like button. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. As always, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and I hope you enjoyed this and it gave you something to think about as well. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and I look forward to all your comments. Please be nice. I tend to just ignore the smart aleck ones. So catch y'all later. Have a good weekend.